Hi, I'm Chris Reese, President and CEO of Sussex Rural Electric Cooperative. Thank you for checking out my remarks for the 2026 annual meeting. I'm going to talk about a phrase I say a lot regarding the co-op, at cost. As in, Sussex Rural Electric Cooperative is a not-for-profit utility that operates at cost. What do I mean by that? I'll try to explain. First, I'll start with another term, affordability. Affordability is a word that you hear now a lot in the news. Political leaders and legislators are talking about it. What is affordable? The price of eggs, price of gasoline, and yeah, the price of electricity. Are these things affordable? I don't know what moves the price of eggs, price of gasoline. I do know a little bit about the price of electricity, and actually I know quite a bit about the price of our members' electricity, the rates Sussex Rural charges its members. Have electric rates gone up? Yes, absolutely. Sussex Rural's rate right now is just over 15 cents a kilowatt hour. I know when I started at the co-op over 30 years ago, our rate was well under 10 cents a kilowatt hour. But we'll talk about that later. Just know that right now, today, Sussex Rural's rate is essentially the lowest electric rate for residents in the state of New Jersey. Our mission is to provide electricity at the lowest possible cost, and we do that. First, I have to break down our costs into two areas, costs we control and costs we do not. Among the biggest costs that we don't completely control is the price of our purchase power, the price of electricity for our members. 65% of that price comes from our membership in and ownership of Allegheny Electric Cooperative, our generation and transmission provider, through our nuclear and hydro power plants. The other 35% comes from purchases on the open market. Those prices can and do fluctuate, sometimes wildly. Through our ownership of Allegheny Electric Cooperative, we can manage those costs, but we can't necessarily control them. We also don't control the prices our suppliers charge for our material like our transformers, poles, wires, all essential utility equipment. There's no getting around that. We need it. We also don't control things like the weather. The weather through extreme storms, hurricanes, nor'easters, severe thunderstorms, wind events, wreaks havoc on our system and causes us to purchase a lot more material than we had planned for. Again, it's essential material. I'd love to know a year in advance when the next storm's coming, but I know that's not going to happen. So while we manage and budget for these costs, we don't really have a lot of control over where they're going. And lately, for the last few years, they've done nothing but go up. We do control some costs, like our labor. We choose how many people to employ and how much to pay them. Now, as an aside, the employees that work at Sussex Rural Electric are second to none. We have the best ones you could possibly want for your cooperative. From our line department, to our member services representatives, to our office employees and our management team, there was no one better and none that I would rather have. Our membership has shown a great appreciation towards them as well. So for that, I thank you. We also can control how much we spend on maintenance of our equipment, testing and inspecting our lines and equipment, replacing equipment on schedule ahead of failures, maintaining our vehicle fleet, and even cutting trees, when to trim, how much, and how frequently. We make our financial decisions, budgets, and forecasts based on these costs we can control and based on what we know and what is happening with the uncontrolled costs. As a business, we need to bring in enough revenue, money, to operate. We need to pay the bills, we need to pay our employees, and we need to run the cooperative effectively and efficiently. But where the co-op is different, is unique, and why I think the cooperative business model is the most effective way to provide electric service is that we decide how much money we need to bring in to meet these costs, at cost. During what is basically a year-round forecast process, we work to keep our margins, our profits, thin. In 2025, as noted in our annual report that was recently mailed to our entire membership, we ended the year with only a 3% profit. That's a 3% markup on all costs and expenses. In 2026, we budgeted only a 1.7% markup, and that's on about $27 million in costs and expenses. As a not-for-profit, at-cost cooperative, we only charge what we need to collect, period. That's what helps keep our rates as low as we can make them. The cooperative exists really for only one reason: to serve its members. We make decisions based on safety, reliability, and affordability, not to maximize profits for shareholders, most of whom don't even receive power from the company they've invested in. Instead of profits leaving the community to pay shareholders, margins stay local, invested in the company, and then are returned to the members as capital credits, the same members that paid for them in the first place. Yes, electric rates are higher today than they were last year, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. But a direct result of Sussex Rural Electric operating at cost is that we have an electric rate that is 11 to 40% lower than the 4 investor-owned utilities in the state of New Jersey. 11 to 40%. That means that you have rates lower than 99.5% of the population of New Jersey. I'm proud of this fact. Your board of directors is also proud of this. This means that we are fulfilling our mission of providing the highest quality of service at the lowest possible cost for our members. If you would like to talk to me about any of this or anything else, please come visit us at our Member Appreciation Day on August 3rd at the Sussex County Farm and Horse Show. Details are available on our website at sussexrec.com. If you made it this far, I thank you. I appreciate each of you, and I wish you the best. Stay safe, and I'll see you at the fair.